chicken because this is #1 easy fight in lightweight division.
His elbow, and Tavares is all but out here. That'll do it. Khabib.
Send me a message like location. I'm gonna come. Whatever you want.
Pat Healy is, it makes this even more impressive.
I fight maybe 4 or 5 minutes with him, finish him choke, and after he say, hey, now you need to fight with me. Okay, he come, I finish him too.
Head off, he gets the gate back on him like a dog. And here's the big slam.
I am from real mountain. I can eat you in street fight.
One of the best ground and pound fighters the UFC has ever seen, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov has cemented his legacy as arguably the best lightweight fighter of all time. With vicious skills on the ground, Khabib retired from the UFC with a perfect 29-0 professional MMA record.
Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
The Russian fighter also retired as the UFC lightweight champion, defeating the biggest names in the division that the UFC has to offer. One thing about Khabib is that he destroys everyone in his path. He does not care about his enemies. He will dismantle them at all costs. Here are the times when Khabib does not give a damn about what people think. For sure, you've heard a lot of savage Khabib moments, but this one will surely blow your mind. I said that Khabib never backed down on anyone, and when I said anyone, I meant anyone, even a wild bear. And not just that, Khabib was just 9 years old when he wrestled with a bear. Years later, after he grew up, wrestling with a bear became Khabib's hobby as he continued fighting with these wild bears as a part of his training. Talk about being insane. Khabib is just toying with life. He does not care. He's not scared of a mere bear. He can take down as many bears as he pleases. And well, if bears can't escape the eagle's wrath, surely these next people know what kind of fighter Khabib really is. Khabib has been a menace outside the ring, but he surely is an absolute beast inside the octagon as well. Many fighters feared him, and he defeated 29 opponents in a row and retired undefeated. The Eagle is vicious in the octagon. He's considered the best grappler this world has ever seen, and in between fights, he gets into his opponents' heads by trash-talking them.
Irish, only 6 million. Russian, 150 million. I wanna fight with your chicken because this is #1 easy fight in lightweight division. Sunglasses. In street fight, I can. You understand? Who are you? You never fight in. You American guy.
What are your initial thoughts right now?
Next is Coca-Cola with ice and some steaks with burgers, you know. It's like, I'm very hungry.
Just like in 2016 when he faced Michael Johnson in the octagon, Khabib is just casually talking to him while mauling him to death.
Let's go, get up. Get up, Michael. Get up, Michael. You have to get up, Michael.
The tremendous pressure Khabib gives to his opponents is intense. Imagine getting beaten up and your opponent is just casually talking to you. Talk about an absolute savage. This guy gives absolutely no damns. If you think that's savage enough, then think again. Khabib has been a menace for his entire career. He smashes and chokes people out, but in between that, he finds the time to talk to the biggest boss man in the UFC, Dana White. He speaks with his boss in the middle of the fights.
Dana, you wanna talk a little bit? Yes, of course. It's okay. We know, I know who I am.
Even the legendary referee Herb Dean revealed what Khabib said to his opponents while he was beating them up.
In between all that,
You have to give up.
you have to give up. Yeah.
He sounds like he really cares about him, too.
You know this, I deserve.
While Khabib's ground game and his entire career are legendary, his trash-talking skills are rather underrated. Khabib wants to be feared. He's a menace everywhere he goes, and if he doesn't like you, he's gonna let you know, even when you are a famous reporter. When Khabib was a guest on Stephen A. Smith's show, Stephen A. asked him about his rival Conor McGregor, and Khabib responded with this.
Right now, even I don't wanna talk about this shit.
He shut him down on live television. He doesn't give a damn if you're a famous analyst or not. He's gonna do what he wants to do, and he's gonna say what he thinks. He just doesn't have a filter. He's gonna let you know that he's pissed. Take the future Hall of Famer Tony Ferguson. Mind you, Tony Ferguson was the man in the UFC at that time. He just defeated Kevin Lee for the lightweight championship, and when Khabib faced him in a press conference, he let Tony know that he was not scared of him, not even a little bit.
You American guy. In American, you cannot fight in the street.
There we go.
I am from real mountain. I can eat you in still fight.
These two really hated each other, and to add fuel to the fire, in their face-off for a unification championship match in UFC 249, Khabib did this to Tony Ferguson as the tension between these two fighters reached its summit. Khabib just kicked Tony's belt out of his stage. Oh boy, he really does not care who the hell is in front of him. He's gonna let his opponent know that he is willing to do anything to crush them inside the octagon. He is a bad man. Well, Khabib is kind of a bully, and this man Islam Makhachev experienced it firsthand when he got into a heated altercation with Khabib. But this man has a friend in the UFC. Any guesses who it is? Well, it's the notorious one, Conor McGregor. Perhaps the biggest rivalry of Khabib's illustrious career was Conor McGregor. The beef started when Conor McGregor hijacked Khabib's bus in retaliation for his friend Islam Makhachev. Conor went berserk on Khabib's bus and even got arrested. And you can bet that Khabib didn't let Conor McGregor punk him like that. He sent a powerful message to Conor after that incident, sparking the start of their long rivalry. Khabib wasn't scared of Conor, and he was ready to face him anytime, anywhere.
Send me a message, like location, I'm gonna come. Whatever you want, doesn't matter. Ireland, New York, Brooklyn or Moscow, doesn't matter. Tell me, where?
And the day has finally come. Khabib has been the undisputed lightweight champion, but Conor McGregor never lost his belt when he stepped away temporarily from the UFC. Dana White made it happen in 2018 when they were set to face each other in UFC 229. And from the get-go, you'd feel that these guys really hate each other. In a post-fight interview after a dominating win against Michael Johnson, Khabib called out Conor in the most savage way. Khabib turned it into a war between Russia and Ireland. He even called Conor a chicken. That's one way to get into your opponent's head right before the fight.
Irish, only 6 million. Russian, 150 million. I want to fight with your chicken because this is #1 easy fight in lightweight division.
He then once again doubled it down by saying that McGregor taps like a chicken.
Your guy, beginning of the year, he tap like chicken. End of the year, he fight for the title. Crazy.
And when Conor trash talks him, he absolutely didn't give a damn.
I stay relaxed, brother. I stay relaxed. I don't feel nothing.
Khabib is surely confident that he will submit the hell out of the notorious one. And what did the Eagle do? He did just what he promised as he submitted Conor in the 4th round with a rear naked choke. Not just that, while in the middle of the fight, Khabib talked a lot of smack in Conor's ears.
Let's talk now. Let's talk.
He is talking to him while he mauls McGregor on the ground. He totally hated McGregor, and the chaos just started. After Khabib tapped out Conor, Khabib rushed into Conor's team and jumped on Conor's cornerman, Dylan Dennis.
Oh, and now Khabib jumps the fence.
No.
And he's going right at Dylan Dennis.
He tried beating up Conor's team after he submitted the notorious one. He wasn't satisfied by just defeating Conor, he wanted to annihilate him and his team. The chaos further escalated as he was escorted away from Conor's corner. Khabib became the undisputed lightweight champion until he retired in 2020 after his dad passed away. In an interview after his retirement, Khabib was asked to relive his rivalry with Conor on the basis of what he truly thinks about him and why the rematch never happened, and this is what he had to say.
Then maybe we're gonna make, but right now you kill him for 4 rounds and you finish him, he tap. There is like no reason, like why we have to make rematch.
Talk about vicious even in retirement. Khabib will certainly go down as one of the most premier fighters the UFC ever had. He is a savage man who mauls his opponents easily, and this is the Eagle, Khabib Nurmagomedov.